Hi, Sarah here from Foster Wiki. I'm going to talk today about a couple of tips around mental health and self-care. Probably not quite the things you're used to hearing about self-care. It's often things like join a gym, go for a run, have a hot bath with lots of candles, meditate, do some mindfulness. And quite honestly, those kind of things aren't always possible for foster carers. They spend so much time, involved in looking after others, involved in looking after the children, very often exhausted, burnt out. Sometimes being able to do mindfulness exercises is the very last thing you've got the energy to do or the commitment to do. So let me talk about a couple of things that do help, and they're a bit unusual and not exactly what you'd expect, but I think these are things that are really important. First of all, do not minimize your feelings. Fostering leaves you with a real selection of overpowering feelings, and I think we're made to believe that we're just kind of some superpower that shouldn't have feelings of our own or mental health issues of our own. Yes, we do. And yes, we all have extremes of feelings in this fostering role. So do not minimize them, accept them, acknowledge them. Maybe write them down, maybe, do kind of exercises around acknowledging your feelings. We're talking to our children and realize how important their feelings are, but your feelings are very important as well. So number 2 is a bit going on from that theme is talk about it. You've got to be mindful of confidentiality, of course you have, but that doesn't stop you talking about your feelings. So you might reach out to friends, not necessarily family always, but you'll have the people that you can speak to. Ideally, another person who fosters, who understands it. It's such a unique role, isn't it, that you have to do it to understand it. So reach out to foster carers around you. There are some great groups around there on social media, again mindful of confidentiality, but there's some great places where you can chat and discuss things. And also the really important thing about talking about it is that you realize that so many people feel the way you do and are going through things you're going through, so it immediately stops it being such an isolating experience. So number 3, that's an interesting one. Don't measure yourself by others. We're told, aren't we? It's usually the people that don't foster are telling us how to do the job, or how we should feel about it, or what we should be doing, or how we should be performing. And I think that you can end up feeling like you're not good enough, or you feel guilty about things. Do not measure yourself by others. Measure yourself by your own standards. And also remember that every single child is unique, every single family is unique. There is not one better foster carer than another. You probably engage in training, do some therapeutic parenting, but really remember that there is no exact right way. There isn't a manual that says this is how you foster, full stop. It just doesn't exist, okay? So do as much learning as you can. Be kind to yourself, know that you're good enough, and know that what you're doing is good enough, and make sure that it is. As I say, learn more, find out more, make it your mission to foster the best that you can, and don't measure yourself by others or people's expectations that don't actually foster. So number 4 is old one, this one, isn't it? Respite. There's nothing more important for your mental health than respite. I know a lot of you will take the children away with you and everything as well, but birth parents have respite as well. That goes to granny, or they might go to their aunties, or go and stay with friends. Everybody, every human being needs a break, time to catch their breath and just have a break, maybe with their husbands or wives or partners, maybe with birth children. Do not feel guilty about it, and don't be made to feel guilty about it. Those preventing you having respite usually will use a lot of different reasons why, but the basic reason usually is it's inconvenient. And when you do respite right, well, let's call it holiday, short breaks. We don't really like the word respite, but when you do it right and you've set it up right with the children, it's great for them too, because they can go and have a little break with somebody as well that they will know by then. So don't feel guilty about taking respite, make it happen. And if it's not happening, then work with people around you to make sure that it does. Okay, number 5 is, so make sure you are confident in your role and you feel protected. So our role is quite unique in fostering, and we can often feel quite insecure in it. But the more you educate yourself on your role and the role of those people around you, the more empowered you will feel in it. So for instance, Foster Wiki in the members area does a great course called Your Professional Role. And it really is comprehensive to everything that you need for your role. Also make sure you're protected in allegations. There are, if you go on to Foster Wiki, look up help and support, it'll give you the different things you can belong to that give you support in allegations. But make sure you've made a really good choice and chosen the right one for you, because don't just accept what your provider gives you as support in allegations, because you might be severely disappointed when it comes to an allegation and realize it wasn't the support you needed at all. So make a really considered choice in your choice of support in allegations. So you've got that there like an insurance. Know your role inside out, know all the roles of the others around you, and all of these things put together will help you feel a bit more empowered, a bit safer, a bit more comfortable in your mental health, and they are the sort of things that you need to do to keep you, in a good place in your fostering. So please subscribe, everybody. I'll be bringing some more videos to you soon, and I'll speak to you. Keep safe, keep your mental health in a good place. So think about some self-care, and I'll speak to you very soon. Okay, bye.